Hello, I am Gepwin. Welcome back to Factory Town, the fantasy building game. It's the best way I can think to describe it, honestly. I was thinking about this thing that I built last time. It bugs me. It bugs me. And I figured out what's going on. It bugs me because these barely move, which means you get like your other stones stuck in here because we got such a volume of earth crystals moving through that the other stones really don't get much chance to go into the rechargers. The rechargers. Now there's two ways that I can think of to fix this. Oops. One involves this new thing I learned about how to place these. One involves putting another row of rechargers on this side and this side. So, putting another row over here, and then another row over here. How many so I got? Okay, I can build two more before I need to figure out my stone again. Then, one main thing that I want to do today is figure out how to optimize more things. But we can just stop doing that, please. Please, no. That's why I don't like that you have to hit escape anytime you want to deselect this. I guess I can click somewhere else, right? So this can go into this side now as well as this side when this is full. So it can also get pushed into these. And that means that we can bring it around. Please, hold control. Oh. Wait, what? Wait, what? How do I only have one magic conveyor belt? What's going on here? How do I only have one magic conveyor belt? I mean, I know that I need to restart the crystals, but I thought I had more than one magic conveyor belt left. Oof, darn. Alright, we need to start making crystals again pretty quick. Alright, we turned this thing off because it was taking so much from our monies. It was taking too much from our monies. But, you know, now we need it for conveyor belts. Darn. Darn. That's weird. I didn't think we'd used so many. I mean, I guess we used this. That probably used up most of our magic conveyor belts right now. The super long line we built for the magic books. The magic books. Now what's going on here? Oh, leather. Leather. That's right. Because this system was never actually particularly meant to work efficiently. That's how you say that word. Sentence thing. Word sentence thing. I talk on the internet. It's like a job I've given myself. Okay. Yeah, this farm's never even tried to work efficiently. This farm here is, in fact, barely outputting. Now I'm back up to 11 of these. So, apparently that's a thing. Yeah, go up there, go over, and down that way. How's that? How's this thing doing? Is that gone? Is that gone? Now I'm applying fertilizer to this. I'm applying water and fertilizer because this is a very, very small farm plot. It's an incredibly small farm plot we're working with, so that's why I'm using the water and fertilizer, because I want to make sure that we have the wheat growing at the rate that we are, picking it. Ordinarily, I might not use the water and fertilizer because it does kind of slow the stuff down a little bit. Alright, now this animal feed thing is actually backed up. And I kind of want to use the metal conveyors to replace this, because volume in with the grains. There we go. So let's see, how well is that outputting now? The animal feed. About as fast as it can make it right now, honestly. So that's not bad. It's still missing a little bit of materials. This thing is outputting about as fast as it can make, though. And this belt's... Let's turn that up a little bit. This belt does appear to be pretty saturated. Pretty well saturated. But that's letting this thing pump out animal feed a lot faster. Which in turn should let this thing pump out leather quite a bit faster. This thing has a okay speed boost, and it's a level 3 farm. Yeah, we could upgrade it even more if we wanted to, but why would we? Why would we? Alright, that's doing something better. It's making the leather go a little faster. Leather does seem to be kind of the main limiting factor that we've got for ourselves on the book chain here. But it does seem to be going a little bit better. Overall. Now, let's run back over here. How many of these do we have now? 33! Okay, so at least we're making these. At least we seem to be able to make these, so... Let's head back over here. Hold the control, please. Go over there. There we are. And see, this way, if I put it on the outside like this... What's going on? If I put the whole thing on the outside like this, then it doesn't interfere with this loop we have going around, and it lets us add more. It lets us add more. Now the only question here is it more backed up than before? Is it helping or hurting? Or hindering. Helping, hindering... something. It's maybe helping a little bit. It's getting more congested over here. I want to let it run for a second and see if it helps with the congestion. But I'm thinking part of the issue is we might want to elevate this belt and have a second loading level on the silos, because that would let this keep moving, but this would be taking some of the traffic off of the gyms as well, so we could keep these empty more easily. Yeah, that might do something. Honestly not sure. It still looks like it's really hard to get anything good earth through this thing. How are we doing on this anyway? Like, this thing that needs... These ones that need mana power. This one has enough earth power. This one has enough wind power right now, but that seems to be mostly because we aren't mining gold ore fast enough. Yeah, we're really not mining gold ore fast enough. I would love... See, most of these mines are kind of stuck here. I'd love to kind of give this a little room. Going, like, around this way. Give this a little boop. And then, you know, earth boost this mine. Do this and send it over here. And that's speeding up that there mine. And it's not really, it's still not taking as much as, like, these other things are. The earth is not backed up. I don't think the earth is actually an issue. We've been okay on, like, this here seems to be doing alright. This mine is now, like, continuously earth boosted. That does seem to be helping a bit. I kind of want another mine for this, for the gold ore. I'd like another mine for the gold ore, if I'm honest. If I'm being honest about it, I'd like another gold mine. I don't have a place to put another gold mine in this setup, though. How's this doing? This is like... Yeah, it's moving about half as fast as it needs to keep this thing outputting at full speed. And a crown needs 2 bars. I suppose it's not bad. We are, like, still making these okay. I don't need these barns anymore, but they're not doing nobody no harm. Not doing nobody no harm. No way, no how. Okay, stop. We are going to, we're gonna do a thing. We're gonna do a thing. Yeah, I would like to build level 2 of this, please. Build level 2 of this, please. Oh, bugger. Air. Air, fire, earth in the middle, right? Yeah, I think so. I think so. Air, fire, earth. Yeah. I wish you could like copy the stuff that's in the silo. Air. Earth has got to be in the middle because this edge is fire. I mean, I know it doesn't matter that much. They're not backing up, but you know, it's a thing, sorta. Now then, we got to make sure. I think this should have enough room. Oh, thank you. Thank you, good, glorious belt god. You are kind and merciful. You are a kind and merciful ruler, O belt god. Yeah, the middle one's filling up with earth crystals, and that doesn't seem to be backing up anything. Back here, we're winding up with a backup. That is letting other stuff go into these. Now, if I was smart right now, I'd give Earth its own rechargey thing. But that seems to be, this seems to be working better. This seems to have cleared it out, given them 2 outputs and some extra rechargers, and then we can give it additional rechargers if we need to later. Okay, that seems to be working so far, which means at some point we may consider adding additional crystals to this setup if we need them. I'm thinking we could use a little bit more earth crystals coming into the system. Probably. Let's see, this is continuously boosted. These seem to be refilling at a pretty good pace. It's hard to know what to do with this exactly. I do want some more gold. Like, I want farming gold. I want to apply more gold in here, because that will boost this thing up a little bit. It's at 160 right now. Give it just a tiny bit more ore output. 1, 2, 3. We're like barely missing it. We're getting 3 in when we need 4. But I don't know what else to do with it. I guess it's working okay at the minute. Like, it's making crowns. This is making this. This stone is actually holding up a bit as well. The stone can be air boosted. The stone can be air boosted. Where's our air? The air should be going near the stone, right? In fact, yes, the air is going near the stone. The particular issue that I've given myself right now is the way this setup goes to get around this tent. Alright, this would have to go in 1 more, and this would have to go in a little more to give me room to get around and get to the air stone exit if I did want to attempt to air boost this. And I would have to add a little bit more air crystals into things. Right now we're working with very, very few air crystals. Oh, okay. But I think that we should at least give it a good old college try. Good old college try. I have no idea what that particularly means, but, you know, it's a thing. So, let me get rid of this backup pipe. So I like keeping this backup pipe. That can keep going that way. Now we give it a splitter there. And we send it down to this building mana connector. Now let's move stuff along a little bit here. Let's start with the fire. I didn't start the fire, but we're going to start with the fire. So that can go that way. The fire one can go this way and still connect. And then the exit for this air one, I actually want to go around this way. And around this way. And over that way to get to the exit on that. And that still gives me room to have another emergency backup channel over here. Now we get into the bit of a problem where air crystals are few and far between right now. But we took care of a lot of the problem we have with the backup over here. Which means I think I can add a few more crystals. I don't want to add too many air crystals though. So let's go over here and start pumping a few crystals back into the system. Let's pump a few crystals back into the system. We still have enough here. I want to get a little more control this time. So let's use this belt. Let's give it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's estimate. Let's estimate. That might be enough. Maybe. Could be. I hope so. I hope it's not too much after all. Alright, it's adding more air. How's this doing? This thing is staying boosted. Right now, it's staying boosted. We just need to double check and make sure that it's not creating a backup anywhere. But it's helping. It's giving me a boost. And it's the only particular way I have to boost this thing at the minute. Well, actually, that's not true. We also can use some steam. Steam sale. It's a steam sale. Haha. These ones are going fine, but we may as well, because why not? We may as well, because why not? Is my basic gaming ethos. That's why I like that that the new Legend of Zelda, that Breath of the Wild, has a motorcycle horse. Because you may as well, so why not? That's something I feel like a lot of modern video games have forgotten. Games are an inherently silly thing. They're an inherently silly premise. So, you know, you should do whatever with them because they are an inherently silly thing. Let's take a look at what we got in here. Alright, the fire is pretty well backed up. The fire is pretty well backed up. The earth is going... I feel like it's going fine. I'm honestly not sure. Like, I'm not sure if it's refilling faster than... If it's refilling the stone and iron and whatever faster than we're using it up, but that's not going to become a problem for a while, and the air seems to be working. The air seems to be working okay, keeping this thing fed. The exit is backing up very, very slightly, but not enough to be an issue. And we have plenty of room to extend it should that be the case. I think we've done it. We've done a 3 mana setup that seems to be working pretty well. This 3 mana setup seems to be working pretty well. And we're balancing out our jewelry to get our happiness up. Like, how are these guys set for jewelry? How are you guys for jewelry? No? Not well set for jewelry. We're not catering to all of your jeweled needs. right now. A lot of you have jeweled needs not filled. Specialty. Well, the specialty is the cake, the crowns, all of those such like things. The cake, the crowns, the other things. So, but you need your jewels. You need your jewels, and you're not. So a lot of you aren't getting your jewels. A lot of you aren't getting your jewelry. That's sad. I find that sad. It's upsetting to me. What's the easiest jewelry that we could make if we wanted to just boost happiness that way? If we look at these recipes, what's the easiest thing in the jewelry slot? The crown. The crown is the easiest thing in the jewelry slot. So mainly we just need to boost our gold. We need to boost our gold. We need to boost our gold. And the only way to do that is going to be to add a second mine. The only way to add a second mine will be to put something up here. But it's not going to like it. It's not going to let me. Because I can only place it on terrain. I can't have the scaffold like that. What if I flattened down a little bit? What happens if I try to like flatten out a space here for another mine? If I keep it even, it's linked to essentially the same amount of resources. And it's not emptying, it's not going as fast because we haven't earth boosted it and we haven't given it more people. But is it enough to actually keep this thing going at a decent speed right now? Perhaps. What if we up this a little bit? This is steam boosted. We're giving a little bit of a population boost. The second mine does seem to have helped. Now it's making stuff every couple seconds. Now it's outputting way more gold. Way more gold. Arguably, it doesn't have... Arguably, it's like not using the gold fast enough now. Well done. Well done. This thing is not getting all the air it needs. This thing's not getting the air boosts that it once did as much. It's interesting. And they seem to be making crowns at a slightly better pace. I need like a little bit extra. This thing is like very full. This thing is very full. Now we've like maxed the output capacity of this. I should move this down a little bit just to make sure that there's no point in keeping that much extra gold in here and tying up population in this mine if we don't need to. If I move this like around here, go that way. Reorganize the splitters a bit. First we need to earth boost this. Reorganize this splitter. So yeah, send the splitter up this way. Connect it to that output pipe. And then Just give it another splitter here that connects to this, that also connects to that output pipe. That'll boost both of these mines a bit. Right now this is very perfectly balanced. This is getting boosted more of the time. Not all of the time, but more of the time. Darn. And this thing is getting boosted more of the time, but not all of the time. This thing is making a crown almost as fast as it can. Almost as fast as it can now. That's helping. That's helping. I've hit the limit of what this one forge can do. If I tried to max out the boost on these things a bit more. How's this one get 170 boost and this one has a 160 boost? It should be dealing with more materials. I don't understand that at all. Huh. No, this mine is like... Stop that. These mines are working about as fast as this thing can take. And this thing's banking as fast as it can at the minute. We could air boost it. We could try to fire boost it. I mean, there's basically no way I'm going to be able to do that. There's basically no way I'm going to be able to do that with where this thing is. Oh, bugger, I can. Oh, bugger, I can. Fairly easily, in fact, so... Yeah, so... Move this over here. Fire boost this. I don't know what's going on outside. I apologize for that. Give that a mana connector. Give this a splitter. Mana boost this, which makes it just a little bit faster, which means I need to pump a couple more workers into these particular mines to let this thing work a little bit faster. Oh, we've hit the population limit. We've hit a population limit. And also we've hit the fire limit. Oh, balancing this thing is a pain. It's a pain, it's a pain, it's a pain. We don't have enough everything. Yeah, we need a little bit more of everything. But this is not backed up, and that's not backed up, so we can do this. We can just add a little bit more into this whole system. Just give me, I don't know, another 5-6 seconds of red. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and we're gonna need a little bit more earth. Just a touch, and we're gonna need like a sprinkling of air. This stuff should be set up better. Alright, I guess we'll see what that does. How's this doing? This thing's pretty backed up. These are pretty backed up. Has it screwed up everything up here? No, this thing is just full. That's the kind of problem you want to have. It's the kind of problem you want to have. Oh, stop it! They're not moving! Alright? Whoever is out there is not getting out of your way. So shush it, shush it. Shush, shush it. Alright, let's spend a little more time staring at this screen, because that makes everything entertaining. Ooh, okay. Okay, we have in fact hit a little bit of a backup problem on the goal earth crystals. So give those a little bit more room to clear themselves. Let it move. We just do not want the backup to reach this point and block the exit. Don't want it to block the exits. Please keep the exits clear. It's a fire safety issue. fact, it's an Earth safety issue. Ha ha. Yeah. Yeah. It's the thing I said. Who's gonna stop me? You? Well, you could turn the video off because of bad joke things, but probably not. You've invested. This is like halfway in. You're pretty invested at this point. If we're being honest. If we're being honest, like, you want to see how this turns out. You want to see how this turns out. I almost feel like we could use a second mana receiver down there, but... Is that just going to clog up this system? It's just going to clog up that system more, isn't it? The only way I could particularly do that is if I give it a second level like we have on this side. I don't know if that's helpful. They are not moving. They're not moving. New York traffic is just weird. New York traffic is weird. People will sit there like all day honking at a truck that they could go around. They're like, hey truck, you move. And the truck's like, there's no one in here because we are making a delivery to the bodega. And you know that there's no one in this truck, but you're honking at it anyway, hoping that the delivery person's going to hear you and go, oh no, there's an angry person in an angry person car. I must go. I must go and not deliver this CBD cannabis candy, which is apparently a thing that like everywhere has now. Even though apparently they did some studies and there's not always what they say there is in that candy, so they are possibly cracking down on that. The FDA may be like cracking down on that a little bit because not because they think it's dangerous per se, but because they aren't actually putting in it what they say they're putting in it, which is, you know, lying to your customers. So that's not great. Okay, this thing seems to be running a little bit more smoothly at this point. How's this thing doing? It's boosted. It's more boosted, but now we're not. Yeah. Let's just max these. Both of these can be maxed. The Earth boost is something that we are not getting. Yeah, we're not refilling this fast enough. I don't feel like we're refilling this fast enough. Which weirdly, that in a weird way, means there'll be a lot more Earth crystals. Even though this thing is causing problems. This thing, like, coming in here is causing way too many issues. These are all empty. Right, it's Earth in the middle, right? It's... yeah, it's air, earth, fire. We're adding a second layer to this. We're adding a second layer to this. And we're putting another receiver here. It's going this way, and then we are taking pushers. Fire's on the end, right? Yeah. So it's air. It's depleted air. Depleted earth. And depleted fire. Then we come in here. And we're just gonna put a splitter on this side. And we're gonna just send it over here into that other receiver. That should just let this whole thing empty out faster. If it's gonna be in storage, I want it to be in storage in the silos. That's where I want this stuff being stored, is in the silos. I have 100 space in the silos. Okay, good. It seems to be working out okay. Seems to be. Let's, I didn't really think that this would be such an issue, if I'm being honest about it. There, we've almost cleared that out to let it all move again. What do you know? It's still backing up a teeny bit in a weird way that I don't feel like it should be as much as it is, but what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? There's still a lot of crystals stored in here, but it seems to be moving better. Don't have the backup. Everything's shiny. Everything's going shiny, shiny. We still don't have, like, enough of a backup on the earth crystals. The way that I had to design this thing to get it all to fit, we need a lot of earth crystals in the system. So I feel like I should turn on the earth spigot a little bit more. Let's turn this on for a minute and then let's come on, go that way please. Let's turn this on for another minute and let's look at the next thing that we actually need to start working on, which is this. Which I believe I want to be here. So this thing needs blank power, needs mana power, but we're also going to have to connect each type of elemental stone to it and mana power. I didn't tell you to do that. And then we can add a booster. We can, if we have all of the elemental things going into it, that's a booster. But it's not necessary for it to function. It's not a necessary part of its base function. It's just a boost. That being said, we really should boost it. We really should. Alright. How's this thing doing? Did we get more? It's still going through. Still going through on the earth. Let's take a look here. The Omni Stones are going to be something useful. Ooh, what's going on there? What's going on here? Oh, interesting. We've actually wound up with not enough air crystals to work the crowns. Which means we've backed up the gold. We've backed up the gold supply. I want to put a barn there then. I mean, we're wasting output. If this is backed up, I want it stored. I want it stored if it's backed up, and then we're gonna have to pump more air into that, apparently. There we go. Now, this is gonna be a pain with what I already have set up here. But I basically want to put a limiter on each of these to make sure that it keeps 100 in the silo at all times. For upgrades and being able to do this and whatnot. Need a decent amount more air in there, though. Didn't realize we were using that up so much. Alright, get rid of this. Right now, then, let's, gonna need to move some stuff. We might need to, like, put this somewhere else. Actually, no. Because I want all this to be on a second level. I want all this to be on a different level. Which means actually the thing that I should do right here is I should remove these backaways and we'll rebuild them around the thing later. Ironically, yes, that is putting more back into the system that we have here to remove these, but you know. Now this is very important that I get this working right. Because I would like all of these to have a easy way to send stuff into this system should we need to. So I want all of them to have this. And then I also want all of them to have this here. And what this is going to be, each of these is going to have a grabber. It's going to have a very simple circuit. It's going to have a very simple circuit, which is... what is it? It's an inventory sensor for each barn. Each barn gets its own inventory sensor. And then they also all get their own math block. Dang you. I mean, I can put it right there. It doesn't particularly matter. Each math block, I want it 100. I want it to be greater than. That's each of these, which is going slowly. This is where a copy paste for this kind of thing would be very, very much appreciated. You can copy the math block itself, but you can't copy the value that is inherent in the math block. So I want it to take that inventory, connect it to that math block, send it to that grabber. And that's what we're doing for all of these. Offset, connect, connect. Offset, connect, connect. Offset, connect, connect. Now for anyone who doesn't understand the compute blocks, what this is doing, every time the inventory of this updates, it's going to send a signal to this inventory sensor, which is going to turn that signal into a number that is the number of things in here. So right now that would be 200. That sends it to this math block, which then turns that signal into a 1-0, basically, based on whether it's less than or greater than 100. If it's greater than 100, it's a 1, which would go to this grabber, and that turns that grabber on, which it'll stay on. If it goes to 100, which is, you know, not equal to 100, if it, you know, anyway, you know what I mean. If it goes to 99, it updates and turns off that grabber. Yeah, that's the basic idea. How many of these do we got? I feel like I should keep this. How high up is this? Like if I gave this a that, would this match that? Would this have to go up or down? Okay, this is at a level that's interfering with this. So I actually think the other thing that it tried to do was better. The other thing that was trying to do was better and more correct. If we bring this down, then we have some room to work. Oh, seriously? Down to the ground. Give me an actual thing. I'm fully aware we might have to, you know, upgrade these later, but please go out to a point where you are over all of this junk, all right? There we go. They're working. I just need to try to give something time to get the metal conveyors going again. What am I out of? What is going on here? What is it that I can't build there exactly? Nothing? It was nothing. Yeah, that was the thing that it was having trouble building, was nothing at all. Okay, there's still a few edge cases this thing has some trouble with. That's fine. Okay, those are refilling now. There we go. Oops. Go that way. Thank you. Now this thing's actually filling up with that. We need to give it mana power. And we need to give it a barn, in fact. Yeah, give it a barn. There's pretty much nothing that you need to send these two directly to build. You need to use them for upgrades. They are exclusively used for upgrades, in my understanding. Alright, let's pause this, and then this can just... Need to use control, but we should be able to just send... Stop that! No! Jeez, what is wrong with you? Just go over there, alright? You, go over... Please, just go that way. Then... Go... Go that way. Oh. That thing's in the way. It's okay. You can turn that direction. Oof, we did it. Oh. Alright, another water. Go that way. Then the air. Please, air. It's alright. It's all okay. Nope, 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 nope. Start from the top. Oh, we did it. Oh, great googly moogly. If I was being smart, I would have hooked this up to some sort of logic board that would have turned these on and off, so that would send them into this, instead of me having to like reach underneath stuff and build things. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Alright, also this is blocked. Yeah, this needs to be... Every single frickin' one of these overpasses should be this stuff, just for safety. There we are. Now let's just make sure these are all still, you know, going somewhere. Excuse me, can we please go to somewhere useful? Right there. Yep. Want that to be there, and we can remove the bit here. No, that's not gonna work. Move the bit there, so either one of these will... I'm never gonna remember how to do that. Hopefully we never need to get to the, hopefully we never need to get to this ever again, because it's under too many things. Is that functioning? Is this functioning at all? Is this doing something useful, workable at all in any way? Sorta, maybe, who knows? Something's going on. Something's going on. Yes. I'm gonna go with yes. Now, back over here. How's this doing? Crowns and stuff? Still not enough air. Still not enough air. Stuff's back to being backed up. Well done. We've done it. We've just backed up this whole lower system. Good job. What's even going on down there? Why can't you go into here? We've filled this up. This one's not even emptying anymore. Come on. Let's just add a few more of these. Right? Let's add a few more of these, see if that does anything. These ones aren't even particularly backed up. I guess these are just emptying too fast. I guess this is emptying too fast to let the air out. Yeah, this one is emptying too quickly for the air to be able to come out and do anything. That's a problem. We'd be able to empty basically all of the... Yeah. We have to be able to empty basically all of the Earth in order for the air crystals to have any space. That's kind of a problem. Means that these being here to back stuff up is actually being more of an issue than anything else. We've got 86 air crystals stuck in this silo. No, we might have to try to fix that later. I don't have a good idea for it. We could try to do like another layer, but I'm not entirely sure you can even load these that direction. We've got a whole row over here that's like not being used as much. All the stuff over here is barely being used. Everything else seems to be going through this thing okay. Yeah, it's just this. This is not emptying fast enough. Well, that's weird. Now it should be. We should have some more space for this now. Maybe it took just a minute for that to catch up. This seems to be maybe emptying. Now it's filling again. Now it's emptying. I don't know. Try to give it some time to catch up now. Yeah, this thing is running out of power, and that's frustrating. Oh well. First next thing. Need to remove some of this. Really? Can't remove resources that are underwater. Somehow I feel like I should have figured. Whatever, give me scaffolding or give me death. I want to make a nice, simple system that doesn't do anything complicated. That just, for right now, takes... We'll figure this out, but for right now, I want this thing to just take these. Alright, just go straight across, take a bunch of those. Like a bunch of those. I don't know how many. This whole thing's freaking backed up, so... An okay amount. Over 50. I want to be able to start producing Omni Stones by the end of this episode, and that should not be hard because we just need these. Like, boosting this, giving this the boosts, the magic boosts later, that's something else we can do, but right now I just want it to produce this stuff. Of course, one problem is we're going to need to route the air around this. But here, we'll just get rid of this because that'll send these into the thing here, and that will just go whoop. Did that not send them into this? It should have. I'm not a fan of that if those went away. Not a fan of that at all. Not at all. Okay. This can go down here. Yeah, that can go down there, which then I need to make sure that I can afford the mana transmitter, which I'll put here. And then we spend the rest of our little budget here on these rechargers. Boom, that worked. And then I just need splitters, and we will put them this way. Because as we've seen, that gives us enough for like a second row expansion should we need it. Alright, that seems to be working out. Now then, we just need to take... Seriously, dang it. Dang it. Dang it. Yeah, go that way. Darn it. This needs to go further out. I feel like I'm losing stuff every time I do that. Let's do this, and then we'll leave like this section down here to do a multi-element thing if we need a multi-element thing. Alright, now this thing should be producing Omni Stones. They take about 30 seconds each with no boosters. But you know what? It's going. We've made some Omni Stones. We've done it. We need 100 Omni Stones for the final base upgrade. We need Omni Stones for these. Like, each of these can be upgraded. Or it used to be. Where's that? I thought we could upgrade these. No? Can we not upgrade those? Is there more? I thought we could upgrade these with Omni Stones. Seem to remember that from when I was messing with the tutorial. Is there like another... Let's look at the school. Like, was there another... Stop this. Was there another research path? Nope, everything's done. I thought I could upgrade more stuff with Omni Stones. Oh, maybe I can't do that until I upgrade the base. Increases number as well as storage capacity. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Anyway, we're producing these. It only takes one each, so that's not bad. The fire boost, the water boost, the etc. boost we need, but we'll set that up next time. We may as well buy it. It's a capability. It's a capability to boost all of our stuff with mana. And I think we only need one at a time, but, you know, we'll do that. We'll, like, set up a thing over here. We'll set up a thing over here. I don't know. I don't want to build a complicated one. We'll do a bunch of little ones. We'll do a bunch of little ones, because this one's getting out of hand. Alright, well, this silo's emptied out, so it feels like we've balanced stuff at least a little bit for the minute. How's this doing? This thing's still not getting anywhere near as much power as it needs. But that's more because of a backup problem right now. That's more because of a backup issue. Let's give this some room to empty out. I can send this farther out if we need to. Give it even more frickin' room. Everything is still very upsettingly backed up. Yeah, it's not letting me do anything here. Oh well, this is the end of the episode, and I'm making it the end of the episode because I don't want to give it another hour-and-a-half episode. But yeah, this down here is not emptying for some reason. Even though it should be allowed to empty. None of these are backed up. So why is this not moving? In fact, why is this not moving? Right? Why is this not moving? Because this should be moving constantly. That's the whole idea. This should not be able to stop moving. Should be going in a circle right now. What's happening? Yeah, something's wrong there. It's not going in its circle. I don't understand. Weird. Alright, one quick thing to try. Let's get rid of these. Does that let it move again? No. What the heck? It's stuck. This belt is stuck. It shouldn't be able to be stuck. Come on, really? I'm going to try to figure that out. I'm gonna talk to a dev about that. So that's not right. It shouldn't be able to stick like that. That's the whole. If you make a belt loop, it should be able to keep going. That's an issue. If it won't go forever, if it'll just stop, yeah, there's something weird there, and I don't know how to address it quite, but I'm gonna mention that. Yeah, because that can back up in a bad way. I don't know what to do about that exactly. Suppose I could put a little logic circuit that like pushes one out here and then sends it back around if this fills up completely. Like pushes it out, sends it back into something like here, but I don't know if that's going to be useful. I don't know if that's going to be useful. Anyway, that seems to have freed up this thing quite a bit. We made a burst of crowns. Alright, I hope that you have enjoyed this episode. If you did, there's a bunch of YouTube stuff you can do in the description of the video, as well as there's a podcast you can listen to if you like more of the sound of my voice. Yep, social medias, all that stuff. All of that stuff. Really hope that you enjoyed. Have a wonderful rest of your day. My name's Gepwin. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.